Hello, Fixsters. Today we are going to be looking at the St. Martin fig. So I have two trees of this variety. This is a European variety. It's supposed to be fairly cold hardy. It's a greenish yellow fig with a red interior typically. And I have two of these. I have one that's on its own roots, and I have another right next to it that is a grafted tree. You can see this was grafted a few years ago. This was grafted onto a Cavaliere Bianco, but there's a big graft. You can see the union over there at that point. So everything above that is St. Martin, and they're growing pretty much the same side by side this year. It varies. The size of the fig will vary from year to year. This year it seems to be producing very large figs, even though it hasn't been raining a whole lot here at all, but you can get an idea. There's one that's not ripe yet, and it's going to swell up further. There's another one back in the back over here. This one's almost ready. It's got like another day on it or so, maybe 2 days. But these I harvested in my hand here today. They're ready to go. They're soft. They've got the cracking on them. One of them has kind of a closed eye. The other one's more open. Unfortunately, the open eye is more common with this one, although if you keep it covered, you can keep the insects out. But it's a big fig. It is kind of a honey berry fig. I get more sweet honey than berry. But we will take it over, cut it, weigh it, so you can have a look at the inside as well, and I'll give you a critique on the flavor. Interestingly, I also grow right next to it Joualle Rouge, because to me, I put it next to them because next to the St. Martins, because Joualle Rouge seems very similar, but year to year they change. I wanted to compare them side by side because they ripen at almost the same time, but this one is just not producing a whole bunch of fruit this year, and they're smaller on Joualle Rouge this year. So that one will probably have to wait another year. But let's go over and get a taste and a size on these St. Martins over here, and I'll let you know what I think in a minute. Okay, so here we are with our St. Martin figs that we picked. I have 3 of them for you here. You can get a look at them. They're a large fig. 2 of them have fairly open eyes. There is some honey, some syrup that is oozing out of them. I think if we'd have some wet weather in the past, I've had experience that these kind of blow up and explode open like Pac-Man. But it's a big fig, so if you like a big fig, it might be up your alley. Let's weigh them. 78 grams, 77 on that one. This one's 76 grams. This one's 66 grams. So let's cut them open and have a look. They will be red on the inside. This one's a little softer. Dramatic. There you go. Beautiful red jelly on the inside all the way through. I'll cut another one open for you to have a look at. Here's the one with the closed eye. That is very typical of St. Martin. Sometimes they have a little bit of a cavity. This one you can see syrup on the inside. Let's cut a little piece off and have a taste. It is a watery fig. It's very sweet, but not cloyingly sweet. So moderate sweetness, watery even when it's dry. You get some berry overtone to it as well. It's not super berry forward like, say, a Bordeaux type fig or a Madeira type fig, but you definitely have some sweet berry to it. So I wouldn't say it's strictly honey. It's like a honey berry kind of a fig. Not my favorite type. I'm more of a thicker fig. I don't like them when they're watery. I like Col de Dames better than this. I like a lot of figs better than this. So I wouldn't put this as a top tier fig. I'd probably give this one a 6.5, both for flavor and for performance over time, because in my experience, the big ones have a tendency to split and open up like this. The eye's kind of big on this one. It's an interesting fig. I think it's one you can probably pass on. There's a lot of better opportunities. But you know, if you're a collector and you want to collect everything, it might be up your alley. So thanks for watching, everyone. Happy figging, and we'll see you next time.